Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Oh my goodness, I'm so tired, everybody. Oh, hi, Nava. That's so sweet. Thank you. I stayed up too late last night. We went to drag bingo in New York and it was so fun. But this girl does not need to be staying up until 1 o'clock in the morning anymore. Because, wow. What the hell? Good morning, Madison. Hi, Gina. Good morning, Anna. Good morning. Good morning. Hello, French fry taco. Good morning, Misty. Hi, Rosa. Hi, Susan. All right. Good morning, Jacqueline. Hi, Becky. Hello, Paula from Australia. That would be a good evening for you, right? Hi, Jen. Jen's new here. Welcome. My YouTube friends have a lovely view of my cat fountain and my cat's favorite toy, which is an Amazon bag. Hi, Jen. Hello, Sue from Louisiana. All right. So how was everybody's week? Let's do a quick energy check. I know it's only 10:01. I kind of went live a minute early. So I was ready. So I'm just like, press the button. But quick energy check. So on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being not very in your own energy, feeling kind of scattered, and with 10 being like super in your own energy, in your body, like feeling very present. How's everybody today? 1 to 10. Okay, we got 7s, 4s, 5, 6, 4, 5, 8, 8. Okay, we're all over the place, which really does make sense. So Leo is not, he's not banished, so to speak, but he's also not here right now, and I didn't call him in. He's out on the back patio, and I think he can stay there for Coffee and Magic because, you know, Wajima seeing his little butthole. Hi, Janelle. So, did you all feel a bit of an energy shift happen for you? If you've been in that really heavy energy lately, did you feel that shift happen for you like around Wednesday night? Because that's when I felt it. It was during our workshop, and I'm not like, I don't feel like quite back to normal necessarily, but it definitely shifted and felt a lot more tolerable. Janelle felt it yesterday morning. Excellent. I think we're going to start, we're going to continue to feel that oppressive, like pressing on your body, exhausted energy continue to start to lift as we move through the weekend. So that's a good thing. Just, move slow where you can. It's a big integration. It's a big integration. Lots of amazing things are happening though, right? Like I know so many people who are starting new jobs, they're moving into homes that like it's a move that they've really been looking forward to in their life and they weren't sure when it was going to happen. That's been happening. Um, so, okay, good, Susan, because there's an exercise in this week's workshop that was really cool. And we kind of got direction for the next 12 weeks as well. So, for those of you who are interested, we have a couple spots open for the Normalized Magic workshop, which is 12 weeks. of small group with me once a week. And we are going to be really this next 12 weeks is going to have a lot of focus on intuitive mentorship and kind of really becoming proficient in your own style of channeling and reading energy, which I didn't think it was, but that's what's happening. So it's kind of exciting. So if that is of interest to you, you can send me a message through my website. You can DM me on Instagram. I will be sending out an email probably next week with all that information and how to sign up for the next 12 weeks. It's a great group of ladies. We don't have any gents currently, but it's a great group of people if that feels like a thing for you. All right. So I've been shuffling this whole time. Do you see that? Okay. It's time to get to the cards. We're really moving quickly this morning for some reason. I'm going to give you three things. If you're new here, again, welcome. Hi, Jen. We're doing sensory card pulls. I'm going to give you three things. You pick which one feels most aligned with you this morning, and that will correspond with the message that you receive. This is my OG Oracle deck. This is the Wisdom of Avalon. I use it as an intuitive tool. I don't use it. The way that I work with this deck is when I pull a card, it connects me with whatever message is coming through. So it doesn't necessarily have to do with whatever the book would have said that these particular cards mean, but I've had this one for a long time. All right, so I'm going to give you three things. What are they going to be today? Interestingly enough, it feels like things you burn. So things you burn. The first one is sage. The second one is Palo Santo. And the third one is a candle. So what things you burn are you feeling most aligned with today? Sage, Palo Santo, or a candle? You can pick more than one if that feels it, but just take a minute and feel it. Make sure it's what you are really feeling. Janelle says bridges. Janelle. So sage, Palo Santo, or candle? Thank you. Yeah, so Anna, Christine, and Janelle are all like, bridges. Guys. All right. Sage, Palo Santo, or candle? What are you feeling this morning? All right. My sage friends, tell me when you're ready. All right. So, here's your story if you picked sage, but just listen to all of them, right? We've got the stag again. We've got the wasp again. And we've got the novice. I love it when the cards just pick a theme and stick with it for a few weeks. It's so interesting to me to notice that. So you've got the stag, the wasp, and the novice. Now, we did get the stag last time, so it's kind of the same energy. This is about how you walk. This is how you, quote unquote, walk into a room, which is also how you walk into life. And this is a marked shift from how you were walking into the room of your life before. This is walking in with your whole chest, right? Very confident in who you are, You don't have to tell anybody who you are. You just are who you are. You don't need to explain yourself. You are comfortable taking up space. You're comfortable with your own energy and you really like yourself, right? You you've done this. You are in it. However, it is new, right? So whenever you start moving into a newness of behavior or way of being, there's always going to be someone who doesn't want you to do that. And typically, the someone who doesn't want you to do that is going to be somebody who has access, right, to a very vulnerable part of you. That when they start to say, like, oh, I don't want you to do that, or you shouldn't do that, or start to instill fear and doubt into you, they have a line in already. You know what I'm saying? Like, they could be a family member, right? They could be a really close friend who you trust. Regardless, this happens like clockwork every single time, right? You already know this because you've had these shifts and transformations a few times before, and you probably have lost friends, right? But again, the newness of how you step into a room, how you love yourself, how you treat yourself is very triggering to those who have based their careers on treating you poorly and you accepting that with grace. So just watch as you be in this new space. Watch who is planting seeds of doubt and trying to bring you back into an old way of thinking. I'm not going to say they're not good people because that's not really relevant, is it? It's an insecurity and a fear that is driving this energy. And you have to decide, will you let that energy derail everything that you've been doing? Because doesn't this feel good? But remember, it's new, it's wobbly. You have to protect it. You have to protect that energy. You have to have your strong boundaries. So that is your sage message for this morning. If you're just joining us, our choices are things we're burning: sage, Palo Santo, and candles. That was sage. So if you just pop it in, maybe you want to pick Palo Santo or candles. You're welcome. Hi, Kit. Good morning. All right. You're welcome. All right. Palo Santo's coming up. I know a lot of you chose that one. Let's see what it is. Just gotta make sure we're shuffling good, right? Ooh, we have to go with it. Palo Santo has 4 cards. Oh my God. This is very full. This is a very full hand here. Tell me when you're ready, my Palo Santo friends. It's very full. And I love how so many of you chose it too. Mm. All right, here we go. So, Palo Santo, we've got the mystery, death, the raven, and the swan. Oh my God. Whew. Can you even? Just like look at those. The mystery, death, the raven, and the swan. Ooh, it's very full. Okay, so let's get into this Palo Santo situation. Oh my God. Okay, so I'm going to start with the death card. We're going to start with the death card. So, uh, okay. This, um, okay, there's a mixed bag with this one. It's not everybody. So, okay, let me put it this way. I'm going to sort this card into two parts. You won't be in both, I don't think, but let's just roll with it. For some of you, this death card means that there's something like you're holding on to a dead energy. Okay. Um, you're carrying it around with you everywhere. You are interacting with it. You're in a relationship with it, right? Like this dead energy, you believe somehow is kind of like your security blanket. And in the past, you've told yourself that it's alive because once it was, or you thought it was, but it hasn't been alive for a really long time. Which what happens when something has not been alive for a really long time? It decomposes, right? So you're carrying around a corpse of a relationship and showing it around, doing stuff with it, and it's got the ick at this point. It's really got the ick. Now the other people, this is like we're splitting this up, remember? You you kind of were doing that, but you already let go of it. Okay. So for some of you, you're still carrying around the corpse. For the rest of you, you did let go of it. You allowed that cycle of energy to completely end and move on. Okay. Remember, energy doesn't ever go away, it needs to be released to its next iteration. And when you're holding on to an energy that's dead for you, you are preventing that energy from moving into its next iteration. Okay. So you let go. Some of you did not yet, and some of you have. Okay. That's your death card. You're being asked to really look at that because it's on the other side of releasing death energy is life energy. Those two are they create a cycle. You can't have one without the other. You can't live without death. You can't die without living. Those things are inextricably connected to each other. We are not taught that. We're taught to fear the other side of the coin because we aren't presently on the other side of the coin. We're taught to fear what we are not currently in, right? And that is everything, right? We're a society of people who are terrified of things that we can't see or can't personally understand, right? And that's very fear based. It's very fear based. And if you've been here for a minute, you know, fear based is the third dimensional energy, right? Fear based. And then when you talk about like the higher energies, like fifth dimensional energy, it's based on love. Releasing that death energy from your life is allowing you to begin to root more successfully into that love based fifth dimensional energy. You're being asked to trust the process of that. Okay. So remember how I said there's two parts here. So if you are in the school that is still carrying around the corpse, this reading is to let you know that when you are ready to let this go, what is waiting for you is so magical that it'll blow your socks off. Like you've got the raven, the swan, and the mystery. Everything that you've been diligently and painstakingly attempting to manifest has been held up by you holding on to this corpse. And the second that you let that go, it floods in. The magic, the synchronicities, the alignment, it floods in. For the rest of you who have already released the death energy, this is just an affirmation. Have you noticed the magic around you? Have you noticed how quickly you speak something into existence now? Have you noticed how connected you are to all of the energies around you, even when you're not in a good mood, even when you're not feeling magical? Have you noticed that you are so held and so supported in those moments? And have you noticed the trajectory that you are on right now? Okay. Are you with me? Do you see what I'm saying? Do we have both parties present for this Palo Santo smackdown of four cards? Because that's a lot. It is a lot. It is a lot. But it's great. Okay. So don't stop believing. Okay. Last one is your candle. Did you catch that, Catherine? Oh. Ken says present and feeling a little called out. That's okay. That's what we're here for. All right. This is our candle one. All right. Tell me when you're ready. Got a whole different vibe for this one. Okay. Okay, we're ready. All right, so this is your candle. You got the movement, the king, and the hawk. Do you feel the vibes on this one? Let me show you again. Movement, king, hawk. This is not a wishy-washy vibe for this particular card pull, my candle friends. So starting with the king. When king energy comes out, right? This is not the king energy is basically saying you've already processed the emotional side of this of a situation. So now it's time to make some decisions. Those decisions are not here to coddle anybody's emotions or feelings. You're not here to make friends with this decision. You're here to make things fair and to get some shit done. So understanding that you've already emotionally processed whatever this decision is, whatever the thing is that needs to get done now, you've already done the emotional side of this. Okay? And it's asking you not to dip back into that as you make the actual like boots on the ground decision. Sit in your power. Sit in your authority. Trust what you came up with and enforce it. If you need affirmation of your decision, ask for it and you will receive it instantly. Because right now you are in a time of movement, and the decision that needs to be made will allow that movement to take place. Until you fully commit to a direction, the movement does not know what to do. So it's going to cause it causes chaos. So energy like this can cause chaos if it doesn't have a job. Okay? It's like raw energy that you're dealing with here. So it's like a blue healer or something, some sort of cattle dog, a working dog. It's a lot of chaotic energy if you just throw that dog in an apartment, right? Or if you don't give that dog a task. It's the same thing with this energy. You need to give it direction, and you need to be serious about it. You need to be aligned top to bottom and say, yes, this is what we're doing. Let's go. So that this energy can start flowing how it wants to flow instead of becoming a chaotic swirl. Okay. The longer you put off making this decision, the more chaotic it is going to get. It is not going to just like go away. Okay. It's going to, the way the visual I'm having is like, imagine this water wants to flow, right? It wants to flow in a direction. And because you are not giving it direction, it has to stay where it is. So it starts to create a vortex within itself. Um, and it's chaotic and it's destructive. Like it'll, it's like the dog in your apartment. It's going to chew up everything. It doesn't have to be so messy. Pick pick something, commit to it, and like let's go. Sometimes we are scared to make decisions, right? That's a very human thing because we were raised in fear. Like everything is so fear based. So making decisions is terrible because we're like, what if it's the wrong decision? What if I don't like it? Here's the thing. I don't know if anyone told you this yet, but you can make a decision and then you can decide it doesn't work anymore and you can change it. That's that's life, baby, right? So, but you still got to make a decision, right? You still have to make one. You still have to commit to something. You can commit to something and then you can go back and reevaluate and say, we're going to make some changes because I don't like the way this is going. You always have that option available to you. I don't know if you allow yourself to have it, but it is in existence. But you still have to commit to something. Being wishy washy and all over the place and non committal is not, it's not possible to have your magic work efficiently that way because you're not letting it know what to do. So you're just creating chaos. Your indecision is creating chaos. Again, I repeat, you can make a decision and then you can change your mind later. Look at your life. Don't you always do that? Right? Or do you sometimes make a decision and then you're like, shit, I'd like to change it, but I can't because I said I would do it, or I made this decision. That is something to work out, like within your own container. But I'm just letting you know you need to make a decision because the energy is just going to get more and more chaotic as you don't do it. And again, if you need affirmation, ask for it and then look for it and then receive it, right? How many of you have asked for a sign, received a very obvious sign, and said that's way too obvious, so it couldn't be the sign? Do you know how many like face plant moments our energetic teams must have these days when they're like, they've asked for a sign, I gave them the most obvious of signs, and there's like, that can't be it, it's too obvious. Oh my God. But then you send a subtle sign, and they're like, if I have to decode it, it can't be a sign. Help you. You know what I mean? You ask for a sign, receive the fucking sign. Okay. And like, let's move on because you really do need to like let this energy start moving because it's that chaos swirl is not where it's at, right? It's not great. Cool. Well, that is your coffee magic for this weekend. We start another month tomorrow. It is July. Wild. How could that be? I am going to be visiting my sister and my family this weekend because it is her birthday. And so I will not be here Monday morning because I will be driving back. So I won't see you for Monday, but I will see you next for Coffee and Magic the following Friday. So 1 week from today. Again, if you are interested in working in small group, workshop will be opening for enrollment soon for the next 12-week Normalized Magic. You can find out more information about that on my website, sarahmala.com. Send me a DM on Instagram if you'd like more information or you'd like to get on the list so you can sign up when it's time. If you're already on my email list, you don't need to sign up again. You will get an email. Okay. Also, one-on-one sessions are available to you if you would like to do that. I love you guys. Have an amazing weekend. Be safe. Okay. Be safe. Move slow. Sending you all the love. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Goodbye, friends.